no mundane. It's all gas, no mundane.
Hey, welcome to another episode of All Gas No Monday. I'm your host Smoke, and we live every day like it's Friday. I got a special guest today. Not only is she special, she, like we say in the country, my kinfolk.
Info.
Yeah, all the way here in Houston, Texas.
Whoop whoop.
Not only is she extraordinary, she got the grit, the vision, and the unstoppable energy that this podcast need and then the world need to see. I want to introduce y'all to Darchelle Campbell.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. That's such a lively introduction.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. Make you want to pat yourself on the back. To the glory.
Yep,
God, thank
yep,
God.
yep. And I appreciate this opportunity to let me come in this household and be able to interview and have some real positive conversation and positive energy to
Yeah.
lighten up
Yeah.
the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
For sure. Thank you for the opportunity.
oh yeah,
to
you're
even
welcome.
Be interviewed, little old me. I
Oh
tell
yeah,
you
yeah,
what.
you know, come from humble beginnings. You know
Huh.
what I'm saying?
Come
So,
on. I like that feature.
yeah. So I know you specialize in organizational development, community leadership. You're a lot in the community. So we appreciate you giving back to the people. In this city. So we appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's start off about your early journey, right? Let's begin. What inspired you to pursue social work and community engagement?
Good question. So actually, when I started my collegiate career,
Mm-hmm.
I started off in biochemistry. Believe it or not,
Oh,
because
you smart. You smart. Yeah.
I started off in biochemistry because my mom's a nurse,
Okay.
my dad was a preacher,
Mm-hmm.
and they instilled at a very young age the whole give back to the community,
Yeah.
help, service, the heart of a servant, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember in high school before I graduated, my daddy he gave us a yellow book.
Hmm.
You know the yellow books?
No, I don't know what
All
yellow
right.
book
A
is.
lot of people might
Where I'm
not.
from, we call it journal. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So a yellow book was this big government issued book that had all of the businesses
Oh wow.
in the Texas area.
Oh, that sounds like yellow pages.
Yellow pages. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we
Yellow
talking about
pages.
yellow pages.
Yeah. So he gave us that, and he made us call to ask if we can go volunteer as kids.
Yeah.
We end up getting hooked up with this organization named Buff,
Okay.
Black United Fund of
Okay.
Houston, Texas. Called them, told them, basically, we just trying to come volunteer for the community. But that started the whole give back in a community setting.
Setting, yeah.
And my daddy said that we had to get, I think it was like 100 hours for that summer.
Yeah.
So it was really new. It was something different. It even tripped the people out that we called to come and do work with. They had never heard of young folks doing that.
Doing work, yeah.
So just a story, but that instilled the whole servant in a community setting. Prior to that, we were in the drill team, usher board, all of
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
So,
I was in the church. I was a usher for I can't even tell you. I think as what they call a little lad, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I started off young and we used to the thing I liked about it is during the spring months we had white suits. And then the fall, winter months we had black suits.
You like the
Yeah.
fashion?
Oh yeah. Everybody like, oh yeah, you know.
Look sharp.
Oh
Look
yeah.
sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's where that started. And I was on the usher board till I left. Went off to college 2 years, and then I joined the military after doing those 2 years
And
at
that's
the
still
college.
something like a servant heart.
Yeah, yeah, serving hard, and like I'm in the organization. I'm a vice president in my chapter, so I give back to the community of Junction City, Manhattan area in Kansas, and then for Christmas I did something a little different. Instead of my daughter, getting presents and everything, I decided to give back to. It's almost like a soup kitchen. You serve like people that's less fortunate, and that does something to my heart. Like to see that you're actually helping people, and don't you sometimes you just don't know what kind of impact that we have on people's lives just doing something like that
Yes.
small. Yeah.
And you're right. It's something about giving of yourself to others that in it incites some type of joy
Oh
in
yeah.
your spirit.
Hmm.
It's infectious. I don't think enough people really know about it, or they would be
Either that or
more
what they
certain.
call contagious.
Oh
Yeah, it can get
yes.
contagious sometimes. So.
And I saw something on TikTok recently. This lady, she told a whole story, but at the end of it, she said, when we leave from interacting with somebody else, leave the
Yep.
earth, all of that, the only pieces of us that we leave behind is our service.
Yep.
It's how we impacted them.
Yep.
We can be
Exactly.
smart, you can have a lot of money, you can give all
Yep.
these gifts, but if it ain't stick in their
Yeah.
heart from you serving them, then you ain't really left nothing.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't understand, like, obviously, this earthly world we live in is, you got to have money to you actually
You have to.
live on this, this side of the earth.
Right.
But people don't understand, like, it's not all about the money because we can't take it with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody's going to inherit what we left here.
What you leave
Yep.
behind.
Hmm.
Okay, I know I'm going everywhere, but have you watched The Walking Dead?
I used to watch it, but I stopped watching it because it just kept going on and on. I was like,
You gotta get back in it.
yeah,
You gotta get back
but I'm
in it
so
though.
far gone from it. I don't know what's happening now.
Start back over. Start back over. Listen, I brought that up because in the beginning of The Walking Dead, you see all the people who are displaced and they go back into the homes and
Yeah.
stuff to find, and you see these are strangers rummaging through
Yep.
these people's houses. So you could be the type that plan and you have a whole bunker and you have all these foods and,
Yeah.
and you don't even use it in the end. It's for somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
So what is the point of collecting all of those materialistic?
But I guess they're getting ready for something to happen, catastrophic to happen. So they have to prepare themselves ahead of time just in case that does happen. So that's why a lot of times they collect stuff. I've seen a few things like, yeah, it's been a minute since I watched Walking Dead. I just hate if I get back into it, I'm just gonna be lost in the sauce.
You gotta start back over,
Yeah.
my guy. You gotta start back over. The whole thing that I took from that though is yes, it is good to prepare because you don't want to be caught.
Yeah.
And in a dire strait and not have anything for yourself, but also there should be a limit to that because if it's not for you, it's not for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And I feel like you should be preparing for it in another way.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you should be praying hard or collecting your folks, your family, so that y'all,
Yeah.
just other things instead of just going to the store and trying to get the last case of water.
Oh well, when the storm coming, like they say, okay, it's a hurricane coming. What we do, we go to the stores, but they gonna always jack up prices of grocery, water, because I hate that America does that. Because why would you do that to your people? Raise the prices. It's already suffering. Especially when Hurricane Katrina happened. I stay in North Louisiana. A lot of those people came to North Louisiana, and they was like the shelves were almost empty, but they was raising the prices, which I wasn't satisfied them doing that, because why would you do that to the people? They already struggling. They lost their house and everything. They coming up here for shelter, because they're trying to bring their families here. Some of them got more than a few kids. They're trying to provide for them. Yep. America is greedy. I'm telling you right now. That's just the basis of it. Money hunger.
Definitely not the heart of a servant.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not the heart of a servant.
Yeah.
And we kind of got off topic.
I mean, this
always happens.
Yeah, this is good. We talking about real life experience and what's going on, in the world today.
Yeah.
So I know we got off
Did I
topic.
even answer the question?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Yeah, you said you gotta have a servant heart.
Yeah, okay. And actually, after I left, I started off at UTA.
UTA, okay.
Started off at UTA. I got grown. I had my own apartment,
Okay.
car, little job.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I was living a life, but it was miserable.
Oh yeah.
So I came home, and I ended up looking at TSU, Texas Southern University. I went up there distraught, and I went to the sociology department.
Okay.
I was gonna transfer from biochem to sociology. And I had an appointment with that president, the dean of that department, to see if they could see how many credits could transfer over
Yep.
and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the dean wasn't there, We had an appointment. I remember calling my mama in the elevator, stressed out. Mama, the dean not even here. Class about to start. And she was like, just breathe, Darcy. She always tells me stuff.
Yeah.
Just breathe. So I was just breathing, and lo and behold, the dean of the social work department, Miss Netta Boutte Queen, walked into the elevator, and she said, "Come here." And she gave me a big old hug.
Yeah.
And she said, "What's wrong?"
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, I came out of sociology meeting with the president. I don't know how she heard me. She said, "Come on, girl." Took me to her office, just talking like that. Sat me down. "What you want to do?" I said, "I want to help." And I told her my whole story, and she said, "Well, you need to be a social worker."
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "You can do sociology, but at the end, you're going to have to sit for another test."
Yeah.
At the social work, at the end, you can start practicing as a social worker. I said, "Well, I should do a social work." And then there I was, signed up for that social work program.
Yeah.
Called my mama like I was never having a mental breakdown before. And that was the best thing for me, was to go through that social work. And it's like the Lord just had all those little pebbles to align.
Oh, yeah.
Right when I needed them. I mean, come on, man. I mean, that's like a testimony in itself.
Oh, yeah. I mean, sometimes we think the path that we on might be the right one for us, but at the end, God has something bigger and better in store for us, So, so we have to be a heed to His word, you know
and
what I'm saying?
And you gotta be open, gotta be flexible now. Listen, if I was stuck on that sociology, I would have missed my blessing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So now we see that, you have a servant heart, right? Mm-hmm. So you worked at organizations like Harbor Hospice and the Houston Area Urban League doing your practicum, right? Mm-hmm. What did your experience teach you about people and resiliency?
That's crazy. Crazy question. So, Harbor Hospice, the work I did there was social work for hospice care.
Yeah.
So these are people at the end
of their life. Yep.
End of life.
Yep.
End of life. And I didn't really, coincidentally enough, at the time that I started my work there, my father had just passed.
Yeah.
He had just passed, like maybe a month or so. It was fresh. And my first client name was Leroy Campbell.
Same first name your dad. Yep.
Same first and last name, Leroy Campbell.
For real?
For real.
Dang.
And as I went through just trying, because as a social worker, you don't want to bring your stuff in.
Yep.
Right? This is the person that's really dealing with something themselves, and you're there to assist, provide resources for them, serve them and their family however you can. So that was really a lot for me. It was a lot for me to figure out how to put my stuff to the side to be there as a servant for them. But through the process of dealing with him, I gained a lot of peace. Yeah. I learned how to be there for somebody without having to talk. Mm-hmm. How to be comfortable with silence. Yeah. How to guide somebody towards their intended outcome. Even though I could see an outcome for you. Oh, you just need to do this and that, and you'll be fine. but to get them to get to their own outcome without being pushy,
I got you.
holding space for them. So I learned a lot in there. Actually, he ended up hospice is for people who are steadily declining.
Declining, yep.
So he got to a point to where he wasn't declining anymore.
Oh, so he was getting better.
He was getting better, so
Okay.
he had to be released.
Mm-hmm.
Towards the end of my time there at Harbor Hospice, he came back.
Oh, okay.
He came back and he finally did decline there.
Yeah.
But the whole process of him being there, I think it was all God sent too.
Yeah.
I think the first time that he was there, that was to ease me into it because I was nervous about that whole thing.
Yep.
So, I hate to say that the Lord used him for my game, but I think he did, and it taught me a lot to be able to better assist him when he came back to decline.
Yep.
And so during that and through the other job, it was just people learning how to people.
Yeah.
How to people with people.
Oh, yeah.
Without the judgment, without the assumptions that you have. Fresh out of college, you think you know some stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You think you got all the
theories. We think we get in the textbooks. We think we know everything, but we don't. We don't know those life experiences. We have to experience them in order to gain knowledge, right? And so that's a big key thing we have to learn as, human beings, So
I got a crash course in real life experience with those two jobs, and I'm grateful for it. I think it has helped me learn how to talk to all kinds without judging them.
Yeah, judging them. Yeah,
bringing my own biases.
Judge free zone. That's what I call it. Yeah.
Yeah. What a beautiful experience that I think back to it.
Yeah.
This is very therapeutic.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
This is very therapeutic.
you getting a lot out. That I didn't know. Yeah. So yeah, you getting a lot out of this.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we started off with your your early journey. Now we're talking about your career growth and impact, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you wear a lot of hats, right?
Mm-hmm.
You was a site coordinator at Mohan. Am I saying that right? Elementary. Monahan. And then you the family engagement, especially at the YMCA.
Good times.
Yeah. So what was the most rewarding part of working directly with family and kids?
The most rewarding, lesson I learned, or an experience.
Well, you could talk about a little bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When I started off as a site director at Monahan, that was my first time to really feel. I had been a boss. I think this is a little flex. I had been a boss.
Oh, you hear that? She was a boss.
I had a lot of experience in a supervisory position. Let me say it that way. So it had been a lot of times where I could kind of call the shots and plan, create an action plan for the intended goal for the company or whatever organization, and it feels good to be able to make a plan, instruct people to do it or train them to do it, and then see it carried out. That's its own good thing, right?
Yeah.
But at Monahan with the kids, I was able to clean up.
Yeah.
It was more of a problem-solving gig as a boss. So I came in the middle of the school year. They had a lot of issues, a lot of kids who had a lot of unmet needs.
Yep.
And in the middle of the school year is a hard time to come in. You feel like a substitute teacher.
Yep.
We all know how the substitute teachers
we used to mess with the substitute teachers. We just irritate their soul. We do it on purpose, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we do it on purpose. Yeah.
You prank them. You gotta break them in. Cause who are they? Who are you to come in the middle of the year and think you can run some stuff?
Exactly.
So imagine that with the kids and your employee group.
Oh yeah.
Your staff is now treating you like a substitute teacher.
Substitute teacher, cause you knew.
You knew, and you haven't been vetted. So it was very challenging, but I thought it was fun because I went in there and I ain't gonna say I act crazy, but I was very bold.
Okay.
I was very bold in things I said. If I saw something, you observe first. But if you see something wrong, then I kind of played with the way that I would create
Yeah, yeah.
or critique.
Mm-hmm.
Like I became some of them's best friend. Girl, you don't do it like that. The child
Yeah,
looking at um, the students. I took on a motherly role. I
yeah,
didn't have any experience with that type of stuff, and I didn't know if I was doing it right, but I felt free to experiment with that.
yeah. That's big because in them YMCA's, them young kids, they grow up without fathers and sometimes mothers, and so with you carrying on that role, right? You're like you're like the mother or father that they didn't have,
Mm-hmm.
so you're like a role model to them. Just giving them certain advice or showing them this is the way
Mm-hmm.
how to go about things
Mm-hmm.
that really changes someone's life.
And I was able to develop. I didn't have it before.
Personal skills.
Per,
Yep.
interpersonal skills to be
Yeah.
like the cool teacher.
Yeah.
Like the cool auntie.
Uh-huh.
Like the
Yep, I know you're talking about.
So that was very instrumental for that part. And then as the family engagement specialist, that was a different
Mm-hmm.
role. I had 9 different sites that I would work.
Oh wow, 9 different sites
Yeah,
spread across Houston, huh?
spread across Houston.
Yep.
I would work with the directors of 9 different school sites
Mm-hmm.
in planning their engagement with the stakeholders in their community. So the parents, the students, the teachers, the
Yeah.
school, the police officers,
Yeah.
any of the stakeholders in that immediate environment.
Environment. Yeah.
And you would just see so many stories of these communities,
Mm-hmm.
of the kids and the parents in the program. So that was very fun for me because I got a chance to go explore and see just, is the word objectively, subjectively, one of them.
Yeah.
I was able to, I was
Yeah.
able to view it without
Yep.
objectively. I was able to view it objectively and then create specific plans, really just parties
Yeah.
or engagement events for these different groups, all catered to their needs, and it was so fun for
Yeah.
me.
I did something similar, but not to the exact extent that you
Mhm.
did. So I read to some elementary kids. I think first grade, second grade. I can't recall, but they was elementary kids,
Mhm.
and just reading to them, it kind of uplifted me and had me at like a sensitive point. I don't to try to get too sensitive in front of people, but the the young man came back and gave me a drawing. Yeah,
Mhm.
so I still
Oh,
got that
those
drawing in
are
the
the
house.
best things.
Yeah,
Yes, I have
yeah,
a whole little shoebox full of
yep.
just drawings or some piece of a toy that they said
Mm,
reminded
yep.
them.
So that's leaving a impact on those kids' life for somebody to come there and read to them.
Mhm.
Which I was happy I did that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm. You look like a good a good a good read. I would invite you to come read some.
yeah,
I got some. You look like you would do
yeah.
that very well.
Uh-huh.
Yes, but it was that was just a very similar to how you said it was a very impactful
Oh yeah,
job.
yeah.
A very impactful role to be able to play on somebody because kids are very impressionable,
Oh yeah.
and those little small interactions that they get to encounter an adult that's different than what they've seen or the
Uh-huh.
same, all of those are very important in their lives.
Exactly.
So it's
Yeah.
good to be the star to stand out and read them a good book
Oh
or
yeah.
talk to them just one on one.
Yep. So with your impact, you increase family participation by 20%, y'all, at the YMCA. That's big. How did you make people feel connected and valued?
I'm a people person.
Oh yeah, I know
I'm
that. I know that for sure.
I'm a people's person. I enjoy a good party.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a good host.
Yep. So
And
what that means, she's the life of the party, y'all.
so so first off, I really enjoyed the work that I did.
Yeah.
It wasn't a job for me. It was an opportunity for me to party with the world, with the Houston area. So when I approached the events or the planning or the taking the results from an event and coming back and trying to change it to make it better for the next one, it was all so fun. And I think that energy that I brought to it was infectious to the directors, to the staff. If the staff, okay, there was a thing of, if you talk to a child, right? If you talk to a child, you don't talk to them standing over them.
Over them, yep.
You kneel down, get eye to eye.
Yep.
Because that's how people communicate.
Exactly.
Eye to eye. So if I saw a staff member hovering over people, talking to them, I had a different, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
How you say it, yep.
So because I was already having a good time in my environment, when I went to make these corrections to impact them or make it meaningful for the staff so that they could make it meaningful for the parents and the kids, it's a chain reaction. It just all went a little bit smoother because I enjoyed what I was doing.
Yep. And so y'all heard that, y'all. She has what this podcast need, that Friday energy. She living every day like it's Friday.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what we talking about.
Get that fire in your soul.
Yeah, so for the people out there, right? What advice will you give someone trying to build stronger community relationships?
A teacher when I was younger told me that people, somebody don't care what you say until they know that you care.
Care, yep.
So you have to first care about the community. Care about the population that you are trying to impact. You can see that they are in need and you can want to help them.
Yeah.
But if you don't know them, if you haven't went around them objectively, if you haven't created some type of, what is the word? Investment.
Investment, yeah.
If you don't have an investment,
you have to invest in the community.
You have
because
to.
I mean, it's just like you invest in real estate, you invest in all these different stocks and everything. You have to invest your time in the community because once you invest that time, they're going to invest that time back into you.
Right. It just comes naturally.
Oh, yeah.
They know you care because they see you there every Thursday
Oh,
night.
yeah.
So, yeah, you want them to have good food and your event's going to have a lot of people
People,
there.
yeah.
But if they don't know that you care, if they don't see your face regularly, and if they see your face and you're always frowned up because you're tired from work, that's what they see you as. That's the version of you that you've presented to them.
Yeah.
So you have to give them a fresh start.
Exactly.
You have to give them the best parts of you, and you have to give it to them regularly so that they know that you care.
And then you have to, in my case, I always say give it to them raw and authentic.
Yes.
Yeah, so you have to be, you can't sugarcoat anything. Just be honest.
Just be you.
Yeah. Be
you. I have a big bubbly personality, but I also know a lot of really influential people who are stoic.
Oh yeah.
Who are
so you built that
calm
network.
Nature.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. And people always have somebody alike. Everybody thinks that you're living a singular life.
Yeah.
With singular experiences and events, but it's the same as somebody else.
Yep,
somebody
exactly.
else going through the same stuff you going through.
Exactly.
Down to they got your same disposition and they going through the same stuff.
Either they going through the same stuff or somebody's going through something far worse than what you going through. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you never know what impact you can do to people's lives. Just might be just words of encouragement or just a smile. Yep.
Just
exactly.
a smile. Just a little smirk, a little head tip. What's up?
What's up? No.
You all right?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So we talked about, your early journey, your growth, and everything. Now we're going to get down to your entrepreneurship and your leadership, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're running Life 2.0,
Mm-hmm.
right? Helping nonprofit, small business get to structure and sustainability.
Mm-hmm.
What made you take that leap into entrepreneurship?
Mm. Again, it seems like I have the personality to. I have to be forced
Yeah.
to switch gears because I'm gonna try to ride it till the wheels fall off.
Off. Yep.
So the Lord have to literally take them wheels off for me to move, and
And
that's what He
we ain't
did.
talking about training wheels, y'all.
We ain't talking about training wheels. I'm
We
talking
ain't
about
talking about your
crash and burn.
crash and
You
burn
gotta stand up, dust yourself off.
off
Okay,
again.
Lord, I
Yep.
guess that bike not for me no more. What you want
Yep.
me to do? So
Exactly.
that's kind of hard. That's kind of hard. I end up switching.
Okay.
The YMCA crashed and burned.
Mhm.
With the shift in presidential elections,
Oh wow.
the department that I was in, community engagement, it got cut.
Mm.
Not cut, dissolved.
Dissolve. Wow.
Dissolved. They took out all of the community engaging after school aspects of the YMCA. And they said you gotta find somebody, you gotta find another place.
Place. Wow.
So I always had the idea for Life 2.0, so I said this is the time to make this roll.
Oh yeah.
And before I started helping organizations become fully structured, Life 2.0 did, like they taught life skills.
Okay.
Taught life skills to different schools.
Hmm.
So I had been doing that on the side
Okay.
while I was being a family engagement specialist. And after I lost my job with the YMCA, I just took on Life 2.0 completely.
Okay. Yeah. That's big. I didn't know you had accomplished all that, and life had hit you, and then you picked up something and it just ran with it. Which
Mm-hmm.
is definitely a big step.
Mm-hmm.
So with you got an organization through branding, marketing, and compliance, what's the biggest challenges leaders face when trying to grow?
Most nonprofit and small businesses that I have worked with, their biggest challenge has been um, marketing or the how to go from the idea in their head
Yeah.
to something actionable that's self-sustaining.
Yep.
That has been the biggest challenge, and in working through that, um, most of those leaders have been very, what's the right word? I'm trying to be very diplomatic here, but they, it's if you don't know about marketing, if you
Yes.
don't know that you can't just post the video, you got to plan the idea for the
For
video,
video,
set
yeah.
up the location, make sure
Hmm.
make sure that your vision for the feeling that you want the audience to take
Take you.
is embedded in that planning.
Yep.
If you don't know all of that, it can seem very intimidating. So even if I come up to you and say, hey, to get to point B, you have to do these 6 steps. You thinking, whoa, you're taking me too fast.
Yep.
So a lot of times I find myself pulling them by their coattail.
Mm-hmm.
You say you want to do it. Let's do it this
Let's
way.
do it. Yep.
So that is what I would say is the biggest struggle, because the barrier to any progress is your mind.
Yep.
So even though you want this outcome, if you can't see how to get it, you got to be open to other people.
Other people. Yep. Like I said, you can't. I said one time in my interview, Rome wasn't built in a day, and you can't get this far in life without some help. Yeah, so we have to be able to humble ourselves and be able to ask for that help, and just be open.
Just roll with the flow.
Yeah, roll with the flow.
Roll with the flow. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be
Yeah.
afraid to mess up, because even though you mess up, then now you know, okay, I can't do it that way.
I can't do it that way again. Yep, exactly. So how do you stay motivated when resources are limited, but your vision is big.
That's tough. That's tough,
Yep.
Norman.
Yep.
That's tough. That one
Yep.
there is tough. How do you stay motivated when your resources are limited and your vision is big?
Big. Yep.
You got to be rooted in something else.
Oh yeah.
You got to be. I really think it's if you have some type of faith.
Yeah, you gotta have faith.
You got to have something outside of you that you can boldly just hope in.
Yeah.
And in hoping in that, you got to just keep plowing at it, putting one foot in front of the other, even though it don't seem like you're gonna get an outcome out of it. You gotta kind of be. They say it's called. Is that crazy? Insanity is doing something over and over, expecting a different outcome.
I think it's something like
Is that insanity? I think that's the definition of insanity. You kind of have to be insane.
Yeah, insane. Yeah.
Because you gotta just keep doing it when you're tired, doing it when you're sleepy, doing it when you're
you gotta
unmotivated.
You gotta just be, like I said, you gotta be consistent.
Yeah, you gotta be hungry for it.
Oh yeah, hungry. Yep.
That's the only way you can do it, especially if it ain't no resources. Because there ain't no resources that you see.
Yeah.
But if you still out there doing it, somebody might say, "Hey, I know you looking for some money over here, but I know this lady over here."
Yeah.
It'll come out of nowhere.
Just because you said hungry, right? Just like sneaker, hungry. Why wait?
Why wait?
Why wait?
Why wait?
Why?
Yeah.
You got the opportunities in front of you. Even though you got limited resources, take what the resources you have and build from those resources. And because you know you can spread that abundantly, and then something's going to fall right in your lap when you least expect it.
It's just gonna happen.
Oh yeah,
it's
most
just
definitely.
Gonna happen, but it won't happen if you have taken a break on it because you are sad or unmotivated.
Most
it's not
definitely
gonna happen then because people gonna think you're not doing that no more.
Yep, exactly. So, you know, we talked about, you know, all these things beforehand, right? So now we're going to get to, you know, some of your accomplishments. You know, you got your skills, your awards, and your lessons learned, right? You collected certifications from trauma response, project management, CPR, first aid. The list go on and on, right? How important is continuous learning in your journey?
I'm a teacher at heart, so I just thirst for knowledge.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually in a class right now, a EKG program I started on the 12th.
Oh, okay.
Do I think I'm gonna do that for sure? I don't know.
Yep.
But you know the Lord says that nothing we do goes unused. He wastes nothing. So my big goal is at some point, like 2.0 is gonna have a building.
Okay.
And they're gonna be
speak it to existence. Speak it.
Teaching all type of life skills.
Oh yeah.
All those things that you just named.
Yep.
We'll be able to teach it. So I should have the knowledge. I write curriculum. You know, and I like to always know a little something about the topic. I might not know everything about first aid, but I know that if you scrape your knee, I know how I can clean the wound and cover it up.
Yeah, exactly.
So when I go through these trainings and get all these certifications, oddly enough, I don't do it with a specific intended end in mind. If it's interesting to me, I chase that interest.
Okay.
I chase that passion, that little spark that the Lord has given me, and I follow it through.
Yep.
Even though I know I might not use it to make money, to make bucks in the end, or
but you got an end goal that you want to accomplish. Like you said, it's not all about money, but you're trying to create that impact. You know, so which is what your end goal is trying to do. Yep.
I want to just collect knowledge. I think about The Walking Dead often. So if the world ends, I'll be your girl. I could be the cook. I could be the nurse. I could be the teacher. I'm valuable. I'm a valuable player.
You like what we call a Swiss Army knife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got all kind of different set of skills.
Yes, I'm gonna take that.
Yeah, Swiss Army knife. That's what we got. Yeah. So What's one skill you think every leader should master to succeed?
Without a doubt, communication.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Communication
We gotta be
skills.
communication. Like the networking is key, especially here in these times we're in right now. Like you said, you have to get certain resources. You have to reach out to people. You have to get certain stuff done that you need done for whatever you're trying to accomplish or your vision,
Yeah.
right? So we have to be able to communicate.
Communicate. You know how many people out here not communicating?
Probably a
They just
lot.
talking to hear themselves. It's the wild. It
What?
is crazy. I in the class in the class that I'm taking now,
Yeah.
the conversation came up. In talking, I talk. You hear
Yeah.
the things that I say. You might not agree with everything I
Yeah.
say,
Gotcha.
and you don't try to correct me or change my viewpoint. You might just start stating your version of your reality,
Yeah.
right? A lot of people think that communication is being on one accord,
One accord. Yeah.
us agreeing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in that.
But what they say, we agree to disagree.
Agree to
Yeah.
disagree,
Yep.
and it don't even have to be no big whoop. We
Yeah.
even gotta say that we
Yep.
disagree. But communication is just hearing the next person's point of
Point
view.
of view. Yeah.
And it's not to hear it to validate if their point of view is correct. 'Cause
Correct.
it is correct to them.
Yep.
It is to understand them. If all they talk about is children, their kids not having money, now you know that person is, you know where that person is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So when you address them from that. You meet them where they're at, because that's all they're talking about.
Yeah.
A lot of times people don't know how to take in facts, take in all this information, and streamline a thought.
Yeah.
They can't express themselves. Communication is so important.
Yeah.
Just to be able to get your views out and to get other people's views into you, to switch yours.
Yep. Switch
You
it
know?
up. Yep.
It's the basis of everything, because perspective guides action.
Yeah.
A person's perspective guides what they'll do, what they allow being done to them. So you have to understand their perspective, and you can't do that without communication.
Yep. You gotta be that what they call active listener, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have to be able to take what they're telling you, try to analyze it, decipher, and be like, hey, this is what I came up with.
Mm-hmm.
And so y'all can come to a common ground, to accomplish what you need to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a big one, communication. So looking back, what accomplishment makes you the most proud?
What accomplishment makes me the most proud?
Yeah. You got what they say, study long, study wrong. You don't want to do all that. Yeah. Study long, study wrong.
The most proud. I don't know. I take I try to gain something from every experience.
Yes.
Even if it's a miserable experience,
Mm-hmm.
I gain how I got through it. That's
Yep.
a new skill that I have. So I can't say anything that makes me proud over the others.
What I would say, what makes me proud is just giving back to people that's less fortunate than me. I might not be the richest person on this earth, right? But whatever I have, I try to give back into the community. Like you said, investing in the community, because the community is going to invest in you whenever you need something from the community. So that's one thing I'm proud of, just giving more back to the community. I have a thing for it, and I don't do it for show or anything. I just do it because I love it.
Because it's a part of you.
Yeah, it's a part of me,
I
love it.
It's a part of your values and your morals. It makes up who you are.
Yeah, because that's part of the Army values. Is selfless service.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I take pride in that, and being truthful, integrity. That's definitely two of the biggest key Army values that I take to heart.
That's
so
good. That's
yeah.
good. Well, I don't want to copy off your answers
You ain't
in
got
the
copy.
text,
It's
but
yeah.
it definitely okay. If I put it in that perspective, then I would say maybe my authenticity.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I think that throughout all of it, that it has been molded
Okay.
and it has become a good foundation for me to be able to carry out the many values that I have in my hippie life. I think of
Why you say hippie?
I'm a hippie. I think I'm a free spirit,
Oh, okay, okay.
love
You put it
over
that way. Okay, yeah.
everything, you
Yeah,
know.
I'm about to say, I know you don't live like a hippie,
No, I
but
don't live
yeah,
like a hippie.
yeah,
I
I'm
don't
about
live
to
like a
say.
hippie. In my mind, I feel like I should have been born in the 70s.
Oh wow, that's. I don't know if I could be born in those 70s, but
But just, in theory, how they was
yeah, yeah,
just so
yeah, free,
free
yo.
and able to explore, going
Yeah, they ain't
all
had to
these.
worry about things and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got you.
yeah. So I feel like the fact that I am able to be free
Free, yeah.
in my roles
Okay.
as a boss, as a entrepreneur, as a Christian, as a
Yeah.
child, the freeness for me to uphold the values that I have in my head,
Yes.
the way I want to,
Oh yeah.
without caring how the world looks at me or
Yeah.
what people say. I think that would be the thing that I'm most proud
Yeah,
of.
and with you bringing that up, people get worried about what people gonna say about them.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. What they gonna think?
what they gonna think. So out there for y'all, don't care what people think about you.
Mm-hmm.
You're your own person. If you believe in yourself, keep believing in yourself,
Yeah.
because when you make that dream happen or that vision, then they gonna come back and be like, oh wow, I
He
didn't
did
know
say that.
he did say that, but I didn't know he was gonna make it into a reality.
I didn't think he was gonna do it like
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah. Some people they be amazed of
Yeah.
how much work you put into it, how much time you invested
Mm-hmm.
to make this dream into a reality. So I just say don't give up on your dreams. Have that Friday spirit. I
Yeah.
told you. Live like it every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Live boldly.
Yeah, exactly. So, my podcast is called All Gas No Monday,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it's all about pushing forward when the odds are stacked against you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What does that phrase mean to you personally?
When I first saw your podcast,
Yeah.
when I first saw your podcast, I saw All Gas No Monday.
Yeah.
It came to mind the All Gas No Breaks. Like you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
plowing.
Power, yep.
I picture you in this beat up hoopty,
Oh yeah.
foot on the gas, just woo,
Yep.
just flying down
What
the
they say,
road.
pedal to the metal, you know what
Metal
I'm
to the
saying?
metal,
Yep.
yeah. So All Gas No Monday, it gives me those vibes with the added theory of because everybody hate Mondays.
Exactly. That's why I chose that No Monday, right?
Everybody hate Mondays, but I personally like Mondays. A chance to start over
Well, I don't
fresh.
like Mondays because now, you're on the weekend, you done broke that habit of, like, I have to get up early, right?
Yeah.
And so, on the weekends, like you said, you're a free spirit. You
Yeah,
get to go to
yeah.
bed whenever time you want.
Yeah.
And so Monday, Sunday night, I had to get in tune to like, oh, I gotta go to bed this time in order to get
Yeah.
up. And so Monday is like a drag to me.
It's a downer. For most
Yeah,
people, I can see that.
but I have to make sure I have that Friday energy to make sure, okay, Monday's not a downer for me.
All
So I
right.
have to, and then Monday, it starts off the week, and
Yeah.
then Monday dictates what the end week going to be like, which is that Friday. How you gonna
Ah.
kick off the weekend, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So I try to go in there with Friday energy on Monday, and then
It
uh,
don't feel like a Monday.
yeah, make it don't feel like a
So
Monday.
it's no Monday.
Yeah, no
Okay,
Monday. Yeah,
okay. I
yeah,
can see that, but in my remember I'm a hippie, so
yeah.
that whole feeling of Friday to Sunday, I live that all the
Okay.
time.
Okay.
So for me, that same all gas, no Monday,
Mm-hmm.
I can interpret it as because on Mondays is my day to start all the way over.
Yeah.
So that is for me to lead a more consistent life.
Yeah.
To where I don't have to start over because I'm already hitting it.
Yeah.
With that gas, I'm already flying. fine. So I ain't gotta
break,
regroup,
yeah.
do it again. I just need to be more consistent to keep that fire going.
Consistency is the key, right?
It's the key. It's
and
the
then
key to moving.
Yep, that's why I
yourself.
say consistency and being persistent.
Yeah.
Those are the two key words that I like to use
Uh-huh.
when it comes to all gas
Or
no
that's
Monday.
like grinding.
Oh yeah, grinding.
Yeah.
You have to grind every day of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what advice would you give someone listening right now on this podcast who feels stuck and wants to make a lasting impact?
Remember that your impact is felt when you give, when you serve.
Oh yeah.
That is what an impact is. It's you leaving your heart or your energy, your time, your resources to somebody else. Not for the benefit of yourself, but for the benefit of them.
Damn, yep.
So if you're struggling right now how to do that, I would say to just look around. See what problems do you see? Do you have a solution for any of those problems?
Yep.
And if you have a solution for any of those problems, go be the solution.
Yep. Don't be the problem. Be the solution. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I say. Look around.
Those are impacting words that you should take today from this podcast. Mm-hmm. Don't be the problem. Be the solution. Yep. And so, if you could leave our audience with one powerful message, because this message you left today is truly powerful about resilience and leadership, what would it be?
Okay. Resilience and leadership.
Yep.
You know, a good leader has to be able to
follow.
Has to be able
to follow. Yep, exactly.
And to be resilient, you have to be able to withstand.
Oh yeah.
And
you have to go through some storms and some obstacles gonna be in your way. So yeah.
So I would like to take the opportunity to put an image in front of you that might be more impactful.
Okay.
You know, a mother duck and her young.
Her ducklings.
And her ducklings. There's normally about 8 of them. It seems like it's always a little trail. And it don't matter where they going. They always moving fast because they gotta go. They're trying to get to that pond. They're trying to get to their den.
And then they're trying to keep up with their mother too.
Trying to keep up with their mother. Yep. And the little ones, I mean, they always, a few of them always stray away.
Yeah.
Some obstacles get dropped in front of them. They don't know how to
maneuver around.
Yeah. And throughout it all, they have a group behind them. Mm-hmm. They have a group in front of them, the mama, and they have a group behind them. Now, let's say the very last one. Either way, they have to be resilient in traversing that path to stick with their goal, which is to stay with their mama.
Yep.
They might not know that she's taking them to the pond.
Yeah.
Or she's taking them to the house or to the food. Mm-hmm. But they know that their goal is to stay with her. Mm-hmm. So as a leader, you need to have your goal. It needs to be clear. It needs to be precise. It needs to be something that you could look at every day or think about whenever you are traversing all of your things as a little duckling. Yeah. And you have to persistently keep up with the group. Mm-hmm. Gotta stay with your mama. You gonna miss the goal. You ain't gonna make it.
Hey, what the key saying? Get with it or get lost. Yep, yeah. That's it. Get with it or get lost because you'll get lost behind if you don't keep up. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So you know, the lasting impact that you have said on this podcast, it had sparked a lot, you know, and when it's some powerful words in there that I can't repeat or go behind. I'm telling you, this is powerful. I can't get no words to describe it. Trust me, I can't get no words.
So therapeutic.
Oh yeah, but I want to talk about, you know, your mom and you, but your mom being the total founder of Blooming Faith Ministries, starting something that I never heard of or never seen before. I want you to give a little bit back brief on, Blooming Faith Ministries.
Mm-hmm. So, Blooming Faith Ministries is uh, a faith based business.
Mm-hmm.
It's dedicated towards assisting women and children
Okay.
in becoming the best version of themselves that they can be, rooted in
Christ.
Christ.
Yeah.
The idea is the man is the head of the household, no doubt about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
He makes the decisions. He is the final say. He is the leader of their family.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times, the woman is the vessel in which the man blossoms.
Yeah.
The woman provides a lot of invaluable um, knowledge, assistance.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go on and on. Women in a relationship is powerful.
Oh yeah. Good.
And if she doesn't have the energy, the knowledge, or the strength to help her mate or her children, a lot of times the family falls. Just in the same aspect as if the man doesn't have the energy and knowledge and passion, then the family falls.
Because I'm gonna get off the little topic a little bit, but it reminds me of looking at a line pride, right? The male line is the king.
Yeah.
Right? And I didn't know this till I actually watched y'all, when I watch Discovery Channel, I do watch stuff like that. So don't be alarmed. I like just looking at how animals react and how they communicate.
Yeah.
And so that lioness, right? Do you not know that she hunts the food?
Yeah.
The male don't do it.
Yeah.
So when she hunts the food,
he protects the pride.
Yeah, he protects that's his job, protecting the pride and protecting his cub. Well, the female protect most of the cubs, but that lioness, she goes out and hunt.
Yeah. She go out into the wild.
Yeah, exactly. So women do play a big part of, like you said, the relationship, because once you get married, it's no longer two, it's one.
It's one.
Yep.
One.
Yep.
So the idea of Blooming Faith is to embed knowledge, support, resources into the woman.
Okay.
So that she could be better for her husband, better for her family.
Yeah.
And Blooming Faith does this by social events.
Okay.
They do outreach events, and they also do teaching events. So like they have some workshops. They have some times for intimate Bible studies. They have next Saturday on the 3rd, they're actually going out to the local post offices.
Okay.
And providing breakfast for the carriers, because the holidays is coming to a close, and they have been ripping and running to get those packages and stuff to you. That's a very stressful environment.
Oh yeah, definitely. The holidays is definitely stressful for the mail carriers at the post office, because you got all these packages need to be delivered at a certain time
at
a certain location. So their job is to make sure those packages get there on time. Yeah.
So a lot of times these carriers are out there in the street 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, and it's not safe. So anyway, Blooming Faith just thought that would be a nice way to spread kindness to the service workers in our community.
Okay.
So that's just an example of the types of outreach. Last year, they did an event where they created these feminine hygiene packages.
Okay, I call them care packages.
Care packages.
Yeah, care packages. Yep.
And they gave them to young girls in the later grades of elementary, because those are the times that they start to have their menstrual cycles.
Yeah. Okay.
And when I used to work at the school, you used to see girls. I call it the walk of shame.
Yeah.
They'd be walking towards hiding against the wall to not show.
Yeah.
Not show that something came and they weren't prepared for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just hurt my heart
Yeah.
because as a young girl, you don't know that you should carry some extra
Good
stuff
stuff,
just
yeah.
in case because you're not expecting that. You
Yeah.
haven't had that obstacle in your life yet. So that was another outreach. So they do a lot of little things like that.
Okay, that is definitely definitely good for the young women and young ladies out there. So you're the co-founder. Your
Mhm.
mom is the founder. Her name is Miss Shirley
Mhm.
Campbell McCant. So she is the founder of Bloom and Faith.
Yes, she
So we give
is.
her some credit too. Obviously she's not here, but we're gonna give credit to Miss Shirley. So Miss Shirley, give y'all credits, right? So we had a powerful conversation today,
Mhm.
and I'm thankful that we had this opportunity to discuss and to be on my platform and let the world know like, hey, this is what I'm doing and this is how I'm investing in my community.
Mm.
So we enjoyed you. We thank you for letting us come to the house, your home or whatnot, and talk about some things um, that was out of the ordinary, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. So, you know, with that being said, how can people support and follow Blooming Faith Ministry or even your your platform? So,
Well, Life 2.0 does have a social media, so you could visit us on TikTok, Life 2.0. You can also email me if you have any questions or if you'd like to collaborate on anything at Life 2.0 at yahoo.com. Blooming Faith Ministries actually has a website,
okay,
Blooming Faith
okay.
Ministries.com. And they also have a TikTok.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh
Blooming
yeah,
Faith Ministries.
that's exciting.
Yeah, so you can follow us on any of those
Yeah.
platforms.
So exactly, y'all heard it today. My cousin Darchelle can light up a room whenever she come in. She's the life of the party, and I definitely had to have her on my podcast because she definitely has the Friday energy that I like
Yes.
each and every day. So this your boy Smoke, and I'm gone.